Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and this is Windows Server 2025 Complete Master Course from Zero to Expert, and this is video number 80 in this course. So in last video we did basically installation of our Windows Admin Center on our WAC server. So let me show you that server. So this is our WAC server. So we have installed Win2K25 hyphen WAC. So we install our basically Windows Admin Center on this server, and now in this video basically we are going to add our servers, or maybe you can send a resource to manage on our WAC server through the Windows Admin Center. So it's going to have a one console for all server. It will provide you centralized management and secure, simple and efficient. So this is what we are going to do in this video. So to add a Windows server to Windows Admin Center, basically you can directly go to the add a new connection page, and then you can put your server name or IP address and click next and provide the credentials. So it will add your server into the WAC basically. So let's do this. So this is my Windows Admin Center, and on the from the all connection I'll go ahead and click here, and then you can basically import from CSV also. If you have a list of multiple server, then you can import the CSV also. However, since this is a lab, I'll go ahead and try to add a servers manually. So here you can basically add and create resources depending on server, Windows PC. You can add a Azure PC and server cluster also. So I'll go ahead and click here on basically add a server, and then it will if you want you can add a tag also. So I'll go ahead and add tag, let's say Hyper-V host, and then I'll go ahead and try to search in my Active Directory. So I'll put Win2K25 HV01, and let me search this. So you can see here this is added. So I'll click on add, and now I'll go ahead and try to add another Hyper-V host here which is running Hyper-V2. So let me go here, click on add, and I'll follow the same process basically. So first I'll go ahead and try to add basically a tag, so Hyper-V host, and then I'll search my object in AD which I want to manage through WAC. So click on add, and now you can see here we got our both Hyper-V host added and tags also defined. So I'll click on Hyper-V host 1 now. So you can see this is my Hyper-V host 1, and let me show you our virtual machine which is running on Hyper-V basically. So we got two virtual machines created on this Hyper-V host 01. So both are in power off state. So now you can see once I click on basically on this Hyper-V server, it opens the basically connection to this Hyper-V host, and you can see all the details. Basically you can see if you want to do a basically a restart shutdown, you can do it from here. You can see the installed memory, CPU, NIC, uptime, everything you can see from here, and how many users are even logged in. And you can see the graph also related to CPU utilization, Ethernet utilization, and memory. And now let me go ahead and try to show you something. Let's try to go and run some PowerShell script basically. So now you can see the WAC is directly taking basically RDP basically PowerShell connection to the server. So if I put host name, you should be able to see we are connected to Win2K25 HV01, and I'll put get VM, let's say. So I'll get the details of the virtual machine, and now let me go ahead and start the VM from here. So Win2K25 VM01. So this will start the virtual machine basically and get a VM. Now you can see basically our virtual machine got started, and you can see it was approx 3 seconds back. So this is good. So now we can see from here we fired the power on command, and now you can see the virtual machine is booting. So this is good. So first thing, you can manage your server by using the PowerShell, and then you can also take the remote console. So let me go here and try to take a remote console. So you can put basically credential. So let me go ahead and type labs hands-on. So you can put credential basically. Somehow my keyboard is giving me hard time, so let me go ahead and then put the credential, and then If we have certificate, we will use the certificate also, and click on connect. So it will go ahead and try to connect basically. So now if I go here, you should be able to see the your remote management is enable, and remote desktop is also should be enabled. So this is not enabled, so I'll go ahead and enable the remote desktop basically. So now this should be fine. Now I should be able to access it. So go to the setting, that's what it was telling to enable the remote desktop basically. So you can enable from here also, else you can go to server. So this is the benefit of basically uh, this. And then let me go and put my credential here and try to connect. So you should be able to see we got the access basically, RDP access directly to the Hyper-V host 01, and you can basically manage and monitor your server from here. Also you can perform all the administrative tasks. So now we have seen the PowerShell. You can run PowerShell, you can take RDP, and you can basically go to basically virtual machines also, and you can manage and basically do any task related to virtual machines also. So this is the virtual machine basically. So we have few virtual machine running here, specifically two virtual machine. So I'll try to power off these virtual machine from WAC basically. So this is the virtual machine which is running, so I can take a basically click on that virtual machine. So it will show me the properties and all other details related to this VM. So you can see here the status, and then the host where this virtual machine is running, and then all the configuration here, last uptime, memory demand, and then you can see the checkpoint also. If you have any checkpoint, then you can see the checkpoint. You can see the disk also. If you want to configure disk, you can go ahead and basically configure the disk also related to this particular virtual machine. So you can do all the settings basically related to virtual machine. So let me wait for this to load. So now basically you can see the performance metrics also. You can see the CPU, memory, network, you can see the throughput, IOPS. So everything you can basically see the all the details related to virtual machine in very depth basically, which is most probably these some of these features are not available on through a Hyper-V manager basically. So this is good. It gives you a very detailed insight. And then if you want, you can click on settings, and you can basically manage all the settings related to the virtual machine itself. So let me close this. And now if you want to basically move the virtual machine, move storage, clone basically, and perform all these tasks, you should be able to perform all these tasks also. And let me go ahead and try to shut down the virtual machine. So you can perform the shutdown also by using the WAC admin console only. So you can see the shutdown for the following machine is running. So you can see all the DOS basically job is here in the notification, and you can see if there is any error or warning, any active task which is running, any information which is you want to see. So everything you should be able to see basically. So now if I go here, you can see the shutdown is running, and there is some updates I guess which is running on this machine. So let me see. So you can see this is going through update. So now it should be basically, so basically you can manage all your virtual machines also relate from here. And then let me go ahead and try to add a file server. So if I go here, Win2K25 FS01, so this is our file server basically. So you can click on add, and now I can go ahead and manage the file server also from here. So if I go to file and shares, basically I should be able to see all the shares which is available here on the file server. So this is pretty much everything which you how you can add server and manage. So server connection requirement, basically network connectivity. WAC must need to reach your server over the network. So there should be network connectivity established between the WAC server and the resource server. And then trusted connection, so use HTTPS and port 5986 basically for the WinRM. And then credential, use a account with the admin privilege rights on the server. And then firewall should allow basically these ports for WinRM and 443 for HTTPS. And then the troubleshooting server connected issue, so cannot connect to server, check server name, IP and network connectivity, ping and firewall. You should be able to reach to server first. Then authentication fail, verify credential and user permission on the server. You should have a local administrator rights. And then HTTPS connection error, check the certificate validity and timing, time setting on the server basically. Server not showing in WAC, ensure WinRM is enabled and running on the server. So these are the some common troubleshooting related to server connectivity issue. And this is Windows admin admin center security consideration basically. So always use HTTPS with the valid certificate and provide least privilege access basically. So grant users only the permission they need basically, and keep update regularly. Update your WAC and WAC extensions basically, and then monitor audit and monitor your access related to admin center. So enterprise management best practice, basically centralized management, use Windows Admin Center for all your server management. Security first, so enforce HTTPS, least privilege and MFA to Windows Admin Center. And standardized operation basically, so use template, group and automation for Windows Admin Center. And the last thing is monitor and maintain basically. So monitor your WAC health, alerts and the backups related to WAC admin. So this is everything which I wanted to cover in this video. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe me for more videos, and if you have any query, any suggestion, you can put on my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.